It gives me great pleasure to introduce our fourth speaker, Kate Taylor. Now, Kate is a women's empowerment coach. She empowers disconnected women to transform their fear of judgment so they can live and lead a life they love. Today, Kate is presenting on Re-YOU-nited, 2 ways to live and lead a life you love. Please join me in welcoming Kate to the stage.
I refuse to live in fear of somebody else's judgment. Live your life for you, not for anyone else. Don't let the fear of being judged, rejected, disliked stop you from being yourself. Have you ever felt your world is distorted or not real? Have you ever felt disconnected from your thoughts, your body, your emotions? Have you ever suffered from poor self-esteem, compelled to behave in a certain way, or experienced identity confusion? These are all symptoms of dissociation, a process where a person disconnects from their thoughts, their feelings, memories, sense of identity. For many people, dissociation is a natural response to trauma that they can't control. And this was my life. I associate with all the above symptomology. It was something I tolerated for over 20 years. And there came a time when I decided to conquer my fears. I chose instead to lead and live a life I love. It was through my journey of reconnection and redirection that I was inspired to distill my knowledge, skills, and lived experience into a 12-week Re-YOU-nited program to empower disconnected women to transform their fear of judgment so that they too can lead and live a life they love. Many people might experience disassociation during their life. The research suggests that almost 1/4 of people say they occasionally feel disassociated. And for the benefit of the women who, like me, associate with suffering from poor self-esteem. Self-esteem is often referred to as self-worth and self-respect. When individuals have low self-esteem, it can be difficult to feel a sense of worth or confidence in whom they are. As mentioned, for over 20 years, I was unable to feel my thoughts, and I felt completely disconnected from my body and unable to tune into my feelings and emotions fully. I was not connected to my inner core. My self-esteem dropped and I was compelled to behave in a certain way. I started to experience identity confusion. I was living a life other people expected of me. And I am not alone. Bronnie Weir was an Australian nurse who spent several years working in palliative care, caring for patients in the last 12 weeks of their lives. She recorded their dying epiphanies, their deepest regrets, in a blog which gathered so much attention it was later put into a book called The 5 Top Regrets of the Dying. And the most common regret of all being, I wish I'd had the courage to live my true life. to myself, not the life others expected of me. I was completely out of alignment and far from leading and living a life I loved. Both my personal and professional life had become an institution. I was leading and living a life in accordance with the rigid and rules and regulations of others. I lost all sense of control, falling into a state of gross disempowerment. It was 2014 when the shit hit the fan. My then partner and I were visiting the neighbours. I was famished and decided to excuse myself and return home together with my dog to make myself something to eat, attend to that basic human need that should be available to all of us. My partner subsequently followed me home and proceeded to verbally assault me. It was incessant. This only intensified as he once again unleashed later that evening in the fish and chip shop. And horribly, these are just two examples amongst a series of impalpable events. My life was in turmoil. The impact took its toll. I wanted to retreat, to seek refuge, to find comfort and to feel safe, something which was unfamiliar to me. For self-preservation, I became emotionally shut down, completely disconnected from my thoughts, my body, and my emotions, having fallen victim to leading and living the life that was expected of me. This was an identity crisis. I am a firm believer that through crisis comes opportunity. I had an inner knowingness, a calling if you would like, that I can be more, do more, and have more. Choices, chances, changes. Nothing changes if nothing changes. It was now the time to make a choice, to take the chance, or my life would never change. And make a choice I did. I pursued my calling because this is my passion, to empower disconnected women to be the best that they can be, to live a life they love with no regrets. And it was then that the reconnection and redirection had integrated. I was once again reunited. My partner left and I immersed myself in the world of coaching and personal development. I upgraded my proximity and surrounded myself with people passionate about being in their personal best. In doing so, I was able to reconnect to my body, tune into my feelings and emotions fully. I reconnected to the person at my core and sought realignment. My self-esteem was at all-time high. It was through my journey of reconnection and redirection that I was inspired to distill my knowledge, skills, and lived experience into a 12-week Re-YOU-nited program to empower disconnected women to transform their fear of judgment so that they too can lead and live a life they love. The Re-YOU-nited program ignited my self-awareness and strengthened my inner core to build up my self-love, my self-worth, and I found myself again and loved the person I was becoming. If this resonates with you, if this sounds like you, and if you want to know more and you're ready to reconnect and redirect so that you too can live a life you love Let's connect and book in your complimentary, no obligation, free discovery call today.